Hi green lovers, welcome to my channel, One Green Love. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, what are you doing? Seriously, what are you doing? No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and subscribe so you guys don't miss out on any more videos. And for my return followers, hello, how are you doing? In this vlog, I am actually at my clubhouse getting me some hot chocolate so we can get started with our plant that we're gonna be talking about today. So stay tuned. So even though I use their cups, I still bring my own. Ready to go. Let's go. It's such a gloomy day today, but we're not gonna let that stop us from doing what we have to do, you green lovers. So remember, keep that smile on your face and keep going. Got my hot chocolate. I hope you green lovers are doing well this weekend. And if you have not grabbed your snack, your beverage, whatever you guys are gonna be eating on, drinking on, you better go grab that right now. Made some breakfast before we get started with our plants. Hey green lovers, I am all done eating my breakfast. I am full, my tummy is ready to go. The plant that we're gonna be talking about today is the Calathea plant. This is a plant that a lot of people in the plant community, either you hate it or you love it, okay? And why is your own preference, honestly, and the preference of your plant, whether you killed it or not. Let's get to it. So why I say that is because I have actually had my own experience already with this Calathea plant. This is one of my fairly new additions added to my plant collection. I actually got this plant in, let's see here. I got it in, I want to say the summer, but let me double check on that really quickly so I can give you the full timeline on that. You know, I got to carry with my notes. Let's see here we go. Yeah, so I got it back in March of this year, so it's been fairly new to me. Now, some of the things that I do want to discuss with you green lovers are the pros and cons about this plant. Now, like I said in the beginning, some people hate it, some people love it. Now, I've come like right in the middle of it, and the reason why I say that is because I've had my fair share with this plant. Now, what I like about this plant is actually the leaves. It's kind of like a zebra print kind of feel, but also kind of like a peacock. If you guys ever seen the feathers on those animals, they're so pretty and luxurious. That's how I feel like this plant looks like. And also it's a nickname that people reference it to as well, if you didn't know, fun fact. Now let's talk about taking care of this plant. Now taking care of this Calathea plant, there's not much to it. It is a low maintenance plant. It does take a full sun, indirect light as well. Now, when it comes to watering your Calathea, that has been my controversy with this particular plant. Because if you guys don't remember my film that I did back in the summer around June, July, you can check that video out of when I decided to water my plants in the shower for the first time. Now, when I did that experiment, I actually did a little damage to my Calathea without knowing that your Calatheas don't take tap water the same as certain plants may do. And it kind of made my plant grow a little bit slower. And the reason why I say that is because the tap water contains chemicals that sometimes may be just a little bit too strong to take in, and also the tap water of draining into your soil just doesn't mix well. So now I've just stayed with just filtered water, and that is it. I have not changed that method at all. Now, one thing I was scared about was, are there gonna be any more leaves? Because when I did that, I kind of shocked my plants and also shocked the soil and just all the components overall with this particular plant. It was a scary moment. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was very, very scary because I started to notice that the leaves started to die. I started to notice the change in the leaves. Now, some of them still have some worrisome, but you know, I've been very, very predictable about it growing back again and hoping that it will. And so far, with the small changes that I've made with not watering with tap water, making sure that I'm on top of my fertilization for this particular plant, because they do thrive off you giving them fertilizer. That is something that I was not consistent with this particular plant because I thought it was low maintenance. There's nothing to it, you know, but overall, you still need to check on those things for this particular plant. It can be very, very sensitive. I feel as though it is not a beginner plant. So if it is something that you are considering, definitely take some notes down, do your studies, do your research for your Calathea as well. But I am very excited to share with you green lovers something really cool. I'm gonna show you. Like I said, after making some changes, I have noticed 2 blooms coming in. So happy and so thrilled. Makes me, a plant parent, so happy. You green lovers don't understand how happy I am. I thought I killed this plant, but it came back to life and it's still growing. Let me show you. Growth is, let me move the hot chocolate here out the way. There is a little growth coming in right there, if you can see it. And there's one getting ready to unfold pretty soon, right there. So exciting. Now, another thing that I've also experienced with this plant was, if you guys ever heard of gnats before, oh my goodness, you green lovers. I had, you know, when it comes to the insects in your soil and pests in your soil or your leaves, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I haven't really experienced those kind of insects before since owning my plants. But this plant, unfortunately, this summer was a test because she brought in some gnats. And when I say I was fighting with these gnats in my apartment, it really did happen. Now, I found some tips and tricks online and also an influencer from Instagram. Thank you to her because that method really worked. My method for me, what really worked this summer was soap and water. And I literally had them just in a little like plate or like a little Tupperware, whatever you're using, just something small or whatever, something big, just water and some soap. I literally placed it on almost every shelf. And every other day I was literally dumping out the water, putting in new one with the soap. And if it wasn't for that method, I don't know what I don't think this plant would be alive. I'm gonna be honest with you because I was just like, just like trying to break my brain, just trying to get rid of them. But honestly, that method really worked for me. And towards like, I want to say like beginning of August, I did not see any more gnats. I was happy. But now that I know that that is something that this plant actually produces, I am now fully prepared for the next summer and also the spring as well, because I don't know, I haven't tested it out for the spring. So we're definitely going to check that out together and see if it does or if it's just a summer thing, you know? Also, quick break. Let me take a drink. Also, just owning this plant has given me a different perspective of certain leaves, the soil, and pests just knowing more about each plant. Not every plant may have certain characteristics that, let's say, for example, pothos may have. You know, I've never had any issues with pothos, but, you know, with this particular plant, Calathea, she's been my thriving and trial and error kind of plant this year. But I am happy that she is still thriving and she's well alive and still kicking, because I was so scared. Now, some other cool things about this Calathea that I really enjoy is I will show a little segment of this particular plant being super active at night. When I mean she's active at night, her leaves literally like go up, like they are standing like this. I was like, whoa, what is happening with the plant? Like, what is going on? But it's just something that they do, and that's when she's actually awake, to be honest with you. Now, when she does that, I was actually kind of shocked and pretty cool, because even though I have all these other plants in my apartment, none of my other plants stand up at all. Like, they don't put their leaves up in the air like, hey, I'm here. But this plant does, which is pretty cool. So drop down a comment if you guys have any Calatheas or any plants that have their leaves that stand up at night. Like, drop those in the comments. I want to know. Another thing that I did want to show you, green lovers, was the example of me using tap water on some of the leaves on how they look. If you can see the browning right there. That was when I was using tap water. I do want to mention to you that because of that, I saw it in some other like leaves. I did have to cut down my Calathea a little bit because of that. I didn't want the leaves to just keep touching each other and then infest my whole plant. So I decided to go ahead and cut the ones that just weren't gonna thrive or just pretty much dead at that point. So luckily I've saved a few leaves, and these are the ones that we're gonna stay with and hope that they thrive for next year and just make the best out of it. Now, I have not done the maintenance on this particular plant this week, so I am actually gonna go grab our water can and make sure she's all filled up and check on those leaves. You green lovers, have you put up your Christmas tree or your decor for the holidays? Drop it down in the comments. I want to know, what have you been doing for the holidays? Are you decorating, not decorating? Go ahead, drop it in the comments. Got the cloth here, and I'm just gonna wipe my leaves one by one. Also, if you've had your fair and share about your Calathea plants, let me know. Drop it in the comments. What has been your experience? What have you learned about this plant? Next, we're gonna check on the soil. Oh yeah, she's very dry. Let's water her. Our Calathea has been taken care of for the week, and now she is happy. I hope you green lovers have enjoyed this vlog. I know it was short and simple, to the point. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you green lovers in my next video. XOXO, bye.